Hello everyone. So today we're going to make our Suspending Facial Gel Cleanser. The ingredients are listed. Everything you'll need. First we're going to add our glycerin. As you see, the scale is covered only because the link to purchase the formula is listed below. Once you have access, you'll be able to get the exact measurements and recommendations. So now we added our glycerin. We're going to add xanthan gum clear. The reason I'm using xanthan gum clear is because it's the clearest. It yields the clearest results for serums, for cleansers. For the jelly masks, they're the best ones to use, so that is why I'm using clear. And it's best to dissolve your xanthan gum in glycerin, and you're going to mix it thoroughly until you get like a white paste. And don't worry if you've never used xanthan gum before, the paste turns into a white paste, but your final formula will not look like that. It will be crystal clear. So as you see, we're mixing, and as you see, the xanthan gum is combining with the glycerin, and it's going to make this thick paste, which is going to thicken your formula. So now that's completely mixed. The next step is we're going to add the water phase. So we're going to add distilled water. Distilled water is best to use in your formulas because of minerals, added minerals. Don't use tap water at all, please. We're going to also add our hydrosol. I chose honeysuckle hydrosol for my products personally. You can use any hydrosol. There's vanilla, which smells amazing. There's cucumber. There's a nice variety of different hydrosols you can use. It all depends on your preference and what you want your final product to smell like. So once we add the water and the hydrosol, we're going to mix until fully combined. And the glycerin mixture is now going to combine with the water phase, and that will thicken the water, make it like a gel texture. Now you will have to mix for a little bit. That's why you see me mixing so much. As you see, it's combining. So I fast forward, mixed it, and that's what it looks like. It has a nice crystal clear jelly texture. So now we're going to add our surfactants. We're going to add decoglucoside and cocoa betaine. I chose these surfactants because they're mild surfactants, and since they're mild, they're good for people with sensitive skin. So those are my go-to surfactants for the face. You can also use like foaming apple, foaming oats. I do have a list of recommendations in the formula listed below. So once we add our surfactants, you're going to mix everything until it's fully combined. As you see, I spilled a little cocoa betaine. Please disregard that. So yes, first I added the decoglucoside. It does not matter which order you add the surfactants in. You can even mix the surfactants separately, mix them together, and then add that in to the water phase. But now that they're both in, we're going to mix it until it's fully combined. And this is what will add the cleansing properties to your formula. And as you see, it'll turn a little cloudy, but that's only temporary. Once again, your formula will be crystal clear at the end. And you see the bubbles from the surfactant. And once it's fully combined, we'll go to the next step. This step is where you add your extracts. I chose to use willow bark extract, which is BHA. It's a natural source of salicylic acid, which is great for like chemically exfoliating your skin. So once we add that, and then we add our preservative. I use Germall Plus, and you mix it all together. My pH, I did not adjust the pH because my pH came out around 4.8, which is perfect for me. Just make sure it stays between 4.5 and 5.5. I chose to use Germall Plus. It's the best broad spectrum preservative. I used Optifin Plus before, but there's a lot of issues sometimes with it breaking the formula. So I prefer to personally use Germall Plus. And you mix that in. And as you see, it's a nice clear gel texture. Next, we're going to add the exfoliants. I chose the orange jojoba beads. I believe they're called papaya. Papaya colored jojoba beads from Lotion Crafter. I'll link that below. That one you don't have to measure. You can eyeball that based on how much you want to add, how you want it to look. Now I added, I would say about a tablespoon. Mix that up. As you see, it's dispersing and it stays suspended in the formula. And you see it's a nice jelly texture, well dispersed, beautiful. And you can use any color jojoba beads you want, depending on what you want your formula to look like at the end. So now we're gonna see how well does this cleanse, how soapy does it get. I'm gonna demonstrate on my hand. As you see, I wet my hand, I'll put some on there. We're just going to rub it in. As you see, it gets nice and soapy. You can feel the little beads gently exfoliating. And the jojoba beads are gentle enough to not make micro tears in your skin. Especially when using your face. You don't want to use anything too harsh on your face. And there goes our gel.